Hey everyone, we're at the NASDAQ Entrepreneurial Center this morning, recording with Jenna Dominique and the Carlos Gill. Today we're talking about all things social media. If you didn't know, the NASDAQ Entrepreneurial Center provides free resources, mentorship, and classes to entrepreneurs, not just in Silicon Valley, but around the world. Welcome, Carlos Gill. What do you do? What are you up to? I think I heard social media in that, but I have on Snapchat testicles. So what does that mean?
I do a lot of things.
Okay.
I am a jack of all trades now. I have been working in social media now for almost 10 years. I actually used to be a banker.
Banker.
Which is something a lot of people don't know about me. I used to work in banking way back in the day, and in 2008, I was working for AIG. I lost my job due to the downturn in the economy back then, and I started up a company at my house in Jacksonville, Florida at the time, which was actually a staffing firm. My company, Jobs Direct USA, was all about helping professionals get back to work, and I discovered very quickly that you need cash in order to market and grow your business. And this is right around the time that LinkedIn and Facebook and Twitter was still very much at the ground level. And I was able to use these resources early on to grow my business and do a lot of what companies today in almost 2017 are either trying to figure out or successfully doing, which is how to use social media, not only to market, but to build awareness for your company, to drive leads, and ultimately to build relationships with those that you can sell to.
Yeah, I find for us at the center, the NASDAQ Entrepreneurial Center, if you don't know, provides free resources, mentorship, and classes to entrepreneurs. I find that we are communicating best with our entrepreneurs and with our community using social media, right? It's the best way, it's the quickest way and easiest way to let them know about the classes that we're hosting, let them know about the cool people we have coming in, like the Carlos Gill, and show off the cool space that the center has here in San Francisco.
Yeah, what you guys are doing here with the center, it's a great resource for startups, not just here in the Bay Area, but also surrounding. If you can get out here, you can sell it better than I can, but you guys have workshops that you offer on a weekly basis, completely free. And to your point, yes, social media has become the gateway for how startups can go ahead and not only market their business, but also acquire new customers. And again, I was doing this in 2008, 9, and 10 when it was starting up at the ground level. And back then it was challenging because there weren't as many people as there are today using these tools. But let's face it, who's not on Facebook today?
True.
Who's not using LinkedIn? If you're in B2B and you're trying to reach buyers, for people to buy your software, if you're in SaaS, or if you're trying to just connect with people to raise awareness around your company, who's not using these tools?
Right, and so now they have tools like the Snapchat Spectacles. So we have Instagram, we have Snapchat, we have Facebook, we have Twitter, we have LinkedIn, and now we're creating accessories around these social media tools. So where are we moving with social media? Where is it going? Now that I can wear it on my face, I can hit a button. It's on this side. I hit a button, I take a scan. I don't even have to use my hands. I'm Snapchatting right now. Where are we going with social media? What's the direction for you?
A couple different things. One is wearable technology, which you're showing spectacles. These are Snapchat sunglasses, which allow you to take a 10-second snap. That snap syncs up with your phone, and then you're able to send it out. So the really cool aspect from a kind of startup business owner mentality, how you can use this product is you can now bring your goods, products, and services to life without even having to hold a phone. And I know there's folks out there that are big Snapchat enthusiasts like me that are excited because let's say if you are a pizza shop, for example, you can wear these glasses and you can actually show how you make pizzas. If you are someone who's trying to create like the next Uber, the next great app, you can wear these glasses in your meetings or around the office to show how cool your startup is. There's a lot of different ways that you can use this technology really, again, to bring your business, goods, or products to life and share with the world. And outside of specs, I tell you, live stream is the other thing that's really hot. We're talking about, obviously, Snapchat Spectacles, creating 10-second content, and wearables, but live stream is another one of those mediums. Instagram just rolled out Instagram Live. Instagram's a really hot social network amongst millennials, just like Snapchat is. So where do I see things going? I see two predominant social networks, Snapchat, Instagram. Snapchat has sunglasses known as specs. Instagram has live video.
Live video. And so also, I think what I heard from you in that piece was really it's about creating personal relationships with your customers. So really letting them know what's going on behind the scenes and building the story from them. Not like we just have a product for you. This is what we have to give to you. But what happens in our office? What do those meetings look like? How do we arrive at this point? And so can you, I guess, touch on a little bit more on what should be shared on social media. What do businesses need to share? How do they need to reach new customers and use these tools in a way that show just enough, I guess?
Well, you hit the nail on the head. I like to call storytelling, product storytelling specifically in the business context of social media. And I'm gonna throw out there a knowledge bomb. This is, and when I say this, I'm referring to marketing on social media, build relationships. This is old school rules with new school tools.
Nice.
And where I'm going with this is the way business has always been conducted is based on relationships. People do business, whether you're a startup, SMB, or enterprise, people do business with who they feel comfortable doing business with. Yeah. So if you're able to use social media, even though you can't necessarily individually touch and reach every person one by one, you can bring them behind the scenes and into your business and show them the inner workings of your company. It can be as easy as you have an employee meeting and you're creating some live stream or some Snapchat content just to show how cool of a employer or place to work your company is. Yeah. But where I'm going with all this is people want to be inspired, they want to be entertained, they want to be educated, and most importantly, they want to be engaged. And I often say this at the conferences that I speak at. Most people, and when I say most, I'm saying that in air quotes, about 99.9% of people do not wake up in the morning and say, I'm gonna go on Facebook today to see what my favorite brand posted. Yeah. People are not going on to Facebook to see a sponsored post. They're not going on Facebook to see a right rail ad. What they're doing is they're going on social media to engage with their friends. So you as a startup or as a brand, your job now becomes, how do I weave my brand story into the target demographic that I'm trying to reach? How do I weave my brand story into their life? And it can be a tricky thing to get there because you first have to identify who am I trying to reach? And that is step number one. Is a lot of companies need to take a step back before they jump on to Snapchat or jump on to Instagram or any one of these mediums and think, who am I trying to reach? What am I going to put in front of them? And how am I going to reach them? Yeah.
And I think for me, specifically working in social media for the center, I'm always thinking about, they come to the center, they take classes, but what else do they do, right? Like what does a well-rounded entrepreneur look like? What are they eating? Are they working out? Are they reading books? What are they doing? What does that lifestyle look like, right? And I think that's really how you begin to build these relationships, is you begin to make yourself identifiable and not reliable, but what word am I looking for?
Well, vulnerability, almost to a degree. I always said this when I used to run my company back in the day, and again, this is during the recession. And I've very humbly admitted, I didn't make a lot of money. I didn't have a business that had like venture capital invested into it. So I was bootstrapping like a lot of entrepreneurs do. And what was able to help me in my journey as I was founding and growing my business was the fact that I made myself vulnerable through social media, through the highs and lows. And for those startup founders out there, I'm sure you can relate to this. There's a lot more lows than there are highs on your journey. That's just real talk. So if you can use social media as a way to pull people in and share with them what that journey looks like, what you're gonna start doing is you're gonna start building a fan base. If it's not a community of buyers or customers today, at least there's gonna be a fan base that's gonna be able to advocate for you. I'm telling you this, I used to work out of every Panera Bread and Starbucks in Jacksonville, Florida when I was starting up my business back in the day. I wish that I had tools like Spectacles to be able to sit there and just show people at 9 o'clock at night when I'm like writing out a proposal or when I'm just like down and out on my luck. I wish I had this sort of a tool or a live stream just to be able to go on and just chat with people for 5 minutes.
And tell people what you're doing. What are you doing right now? You're here, you have 10 seconds. What you got going?
I'm here at the NASDAQ Entrepreneurial Center recording with Jenna, and we're talking about tips for startup founders and how they can use social media.
Thank you so much to Carlos Gill, the Carlos Gill, for joining us at the center today and giving us all his social media tips for startups.